Yo, 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 good morning. Grateful for another maggot-free day above the dirt at the Jersey Shore. Check it out. Crazy. Yesterday, I was hanging on the beach with my friend Rachel. It was 80 degrees, and this morning it's in the, mid 40s, 20-mile-an-hour winds coming off the water, which are ice cold. But out here to get my run in, keep my wellness train going, full steam ahead. So I've been posting some videos, just the thoughts that come to mind. Just got done with Raghunath's morning class, and I've been up since 3. It's now about 6:30. I've been up since 3. I usually get up at 4, so I was up earlier. Did my own meditation, my own chanting. Took his class, and now I'm out here. So sticking to that discipline routine. But what's on my mind this morning is survival mode and surviving survival mode. So, whatever your position is on the virus, that's cool. Do what you got to do. But I think it's bigger than the virus in the sense of this type of major event is a catalyst for really taking a deep, hard look at spirituality. And, if we're going to turn curses into blessings and then find the lesson, this is a huge one. So, back in Cro-Mag days, and shout to Cro-Mags and John Joseph, if you're walking around and suddenly a saber-toothed tiger jumps out, it's immediately flight, freeze, or fight. Flight, you survive. Freeze, you die. Fight, you probably die too, but maybe not. So this kind of knee-jerk, immediate, hypersensitive reaction to survive that is now wired in our DNA. It's how we react to just about anything and everything if we're not mindful of it and we're not putting effort into trying to change our relationship to that survival mode and manage when we're triggered in a new healthy way. And it's a good thing. Survival instinct and survival mode is a good thing. The problem we have as humans in this material world right now is that in a modern world, if we're still reacting like we would to a saber-toothed tiger with modern issues, they're not appropriate. We can't manage a spiritual life based on knee-jerk, hypersensitive reactions. We can't act from that animalistic survival mode. I'm not saying it's not a part of what is beneficial to us. Of course it is. But can we refocus that into a more appropriate, healthy response? So the urgency to survive and protect ourselves is what we need to build off of, but the reaction can't be this drastic, urgent, thoughtless response like it was back in the day. So if we're honest, we see how, or I see anyway, how that, Cro-Mag, I don't want to get eaten by a tiger reaction is so prevalent in my life for all things. The pandemic triggers it, and so does someone cutting me off. If I'm facing, something extremely serious health-wise in my life, it triggers it. But I can feel the same exact trigger and reaction when my heart gets broken. So there's a couple things. One is I think we need to recognize how positive it is to have such concern for self-preservation, and it's really something to build upon, especially those that maybe have trouble with self-esteem, with shame, with self-care. Realize that these innate reactions are something that can be taken from the animalistic reaction level into the spiritual realm of kindness, love, compassion, understanding. Yes, for others, but for ourselves. I mean, that's important. And I think it's not spoken about enough, is how do we treat ourselves as well as we do others in our spiritual practice. Might not be an issue for you. It can be a minor, medium issue for me, but some it's a drastic issue. So I hope this was helpful. It's on my mind that spirituality is surviving ourselves and what we add to the material experience, and it's surviving the material experience, period. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Hard to, intellectually we can get that, very hard to put into to practical application with the teachings. That I take responsibility for adding what I do to make situations for myself worse. So we're all surviving. Sometimes we're at the height of our spiritual practice and our survival is noble and pristine, and sometimes it's down and dirty and the trench is just hanging on. Both good aspects as long as we're going in the right direction, right? So have a great maggot-free day above the dirt, and peace out.